What's up? Welcome to episode number 2 in our goal setting series. Super excited to bring this one to you. If there's one thing that absolutely changed the trajectory of my real estate production business, it is this one exercise. I got to give a shout out to Nicole Ruth with One Trust. She held a goal setting workshop, and this one thing in her presentation completely changed my life, my business, and my goal setting strategies moving forward. And I can't wait to share it with you. What's up, guys? Jeremy Kane, Realtor Playbook. So excited to bring this life-changing exercise to you when you're working on your goals for, whether it's a new year, whether it's time for a change or whatever. Let's dial into these goals. There's not one specific time you have to set goals. We like to focus on that January 1st deadline, but I tend to work off a 12-week year anyways. But as always, please like, comment, subscribe. If you have any questions or you are interested in joining my group at the eXp Wolfpack under Mike Sherrard, Louis Galt, would be happy to talk to you about that life-changing experience. But first, let's dive into this one exercise that completely changed my business, completely changed my life, completely changed my financial trajectory. All right, and I'm gonna first start off with telling you, while I was sitting in Nicole's workshop, writing this letter to me, which is the big secret, I thought it was kind of weird. I felt a little uncomfortable, and it's important that you feel uncomfortable when you're setting these goals because you want to kind of take yourself out of your current situation and put yourself a year into the future. So what we do is we write a letter to me. Put the date that is 365 days in the future on that. January 1st to December 31st. Boom, let's go. Put that date on there. It's super important. This will take you into that time frame. And what we want to do is write a first person letter to yourself. Jeremy, I'm so proud of you. I've reached this. I've reached that. You can talk in first or third person, but here's the deal. It needs to say, address it to yourself. Boom, and you go all the way through it. And this shouldn't just be business, it shouldn't just be family, it shouldn't just be anything, it should be everything. And what you're essentially doing is putting yourself in that situation. The power of visualization is helping you understand. So, for instance, my first letter was, Dear Jeremy, I'm so proud of what you've accomplished. It's crazy sitting in this seat right now. You accomplished your commission goal, which at that time was $500,000 in GCI, and you did it in a way that you would have never thought you could do it. And then I kind of dove into different ways that I wanted to build my business, but I had already done it, right? I, came through with client events. I really, nailed down my client experience, and I made it an ultimate experience. And so I'm speaking all of these things that I know are important to me into this letter. If you've watched previous videos, I have an annual review process that is an absolute game changer. If you're interested in watching that video, check it out here. But in one of my letters, I said the annual review process has come to fruition and it's bearing fruit. It's absolutely providing the utmost value to your clients, and I'm so proud of you for reaching that goal. And it's super important to show yourself gratitude and because once you reach those things and once these goals are that important to you that you're proud, makes you feel good, it's very important to write that down. Your relationship with your wife has 100% increased. It wasn't bad when we wrote the letter originally, but you focused on date nights and you focused on, really being present and setting your phone down and really letting your real estate business, because you trust it, guide itself. And that your clients know that, if you don't respond within 20 seconds, it's okay because they've been educated on the process and all of these things. So I was able to take this one exercise and completely put myself in a position to see myself succeeding at everything that I wanted to do, exceeding my goals, and that was something that absolutely changed. And the most powerful part of this exercise is you write that down. I actually take this letter and I make my goals for the year out of it. So I see what I'm saying and I'm like, okay, I need to focus on my client retention. I need to focus on my client experience. So that's going to be part of my goals. And then I'm going to say, okay, you made this amount of money. I need to reverse engineer the goals. See episode 1 of this goal setting series. Or, I need to do a date night with my wife once a month or once a week, whatever that number is. I need to make that part of my goals. So then when I'm doing my annual goals after I've written this letter that's already putting me in the position that I've met all of those goals and exceeded all of the expectations of myself, then I'm able to go back and set those goals. So what I do is I take a red pen and I circle the tangible goals that I want to meet, and then I put that letter away, right? I go through those goals, I dial them in, I make sure that I can have actual KPIs or key performance indicators to reach those goals, and then that letter goes away. I don't open it until that day, right? I set a reminder on my phone, hey, open letter to me on this date, and I go back and I read it, and I read it out loud, and it's absolutely amazing the different things that your life takes on. And you meet some goals, and some goals you far exceed, and some goals maybe changed, right? Like, for instance, I know my letter this year, I haven't read it yet, but I know it was focused on my 2 girls and my family and this and that, and now we're having a baby, so we didn't get to maybe go on some of the vacations we did because my wife's pregnant. And so it's really cool to go back and see those options and everything that you've created from that. And you always know, like, now I know what's in that letter, and I have to reach these goals, and it makes it more important to me to reach these goals and strive for these goals every day. So I would highly suggest doing this. Put on some cool music, get corny with it, whatever you do. I know that Nicole has a phrase that talks about how proud she is of herself and that kind of stuff. So you can use a special phrase that maybe is kind of cool and enlightening, but that's absolutely one of the exercises that absolutely changed my life. So if you're interested in learning more, absolutely reach out. I will explain it to you if I didn't do a good job. But as you can tell, I'm super passionate about this visualization and making it happen. Now, once you have that visualization down, as always, I provide a link to my 12-week goal organizer that allows you to set these goals, divide them out into weekly KPIs if you don't have them, and absolutely crush it. So if you're interested in that, click the link below. You'll get a free download, absolutely free of charge. So super excited to provide that to you. And if you have any questions about this piece, it's absolutely a foundation to any goal setting workshop I ever do moving forward. Have a good one.